Welcome back to another episode of Dynasty Theory. Welcome to the final episode of Dynasty Theory on the Dynasty Theory YouTube channel and on the Dynasty Theory podcast feed. You all know I'm John Bauer. I'm joined by Dan Lamagna, Mitch Sorensen. This was just going to be a quick little exit video, if you will, to let you know, the listeners, where to find us moving forward. We are extremely excited. We told you leading up to this, we had some big news. We have not been on the podcast feed or the YouTube channel the last couple weeks. We are officially heading on over to DD Fantasy, formerly Destination Devy. So going forward, you're going to be able to find all of our content exclusively on the DD Fantasy YouTube channel, the podcast feed within their Discord community. And we're going to kind of talk about that just for a few minutes here, let you know what to expect, but that's where you're going to be able to find us. Dan, what's going on, buddy?
Stoked to hear this announcement. It's finally arrived, man, and we're just ready to join that DD Fantasy. Bring all our Dynasty Theory diehards. I see the excitement carrying over with us. And, man, I'm going to continue to bring the dysfunction, the challenge flags, and all other good that we bring.
We were laughing. DD does not stand for Dunkin' Donuts. So, Dan, don't get us any sponsorships on that front. Mitch, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Hey, the most important thing for all three of us is we want everyone to know this show isn't changing. When we talked to Ray, talked about us moving over there, the one thing he said, I don't want you guys to change one thing that you do. So this show isn't changing at all. Maybe the colors change a little bit, but as far as the content, everything will stay the exact same. And the community we have in the Discord, all that's doing is moving over to the DD Fantasy Discord. So it's the old Destination Devy stuff. So the exact same community will be there. I promise that will be there for everybody who chooses to come over and just hang out with us like everybody has the last 3 or 4 years, however long we've had that Discord. We wouldn't move if we didn't have complete faith in everything that Ray has built, that Jay Rich has helped him build, that Scott's a part of, Scott Connor. I mean, everyone over there, I really, really respect. And our Patreon is going away. We will no longer be on this YouTube channel. There will be someone, John will tell you about that later, but we won't be on this YouTube. We wouldn't give all this up for anybody else in the industry, but we all believe in what Ray is building that much that we're all for it. We're all about it. Dude, I'm just excited to go. Our first show is next Monday, and I am stoked to record it.
Yeah, so just a few housekeeping items. Mitch already mentioned we are going to be recording every Monday night. Yes, recording. We will not be live, but again, the content is not changing. For better or worse, you're stuck with Dynasty Theory. So every Monday night we are going to record. Our episodes are going to be dropping every Tuesday. And again, it's going to be on the DD Fantasy YouTube channel, the DD Fantasy podcast feed. The links are below. Subscribe. If you already do not, I'm sure most of our listeners at this point do, but that's where we're going to be. They have a fantastic Discord community. Community was the word that was thrown around a ton. That is very important to us. Like Mitch said, we would not be moving everything that we've built for just anybody. Community is important over there. It is important to us. I want to say thank you to Dynasty League Football. DLF, the DLF family of podcasts, Ryan, Ken, the entire team. They were extremely supportive. We've been over there for about 2 years now. Nothing but great things to say about DLF. We still have the DLF sub. I'm in there constantly looking at splits, apps, all those things. So again, a huge thank you to that entire team. And, this is exciting. It really is. Like there are people in the Discord like, oh, we're so sad to see this go, but we understand. It is sad. Like there's so many fantastic conversations. We've met people from the Discord in Canton over the last couple of years, but again, that's not changing. We've had so many people come over already, and we're already kind of making the DD Fantasy Discord our home, and able to express and share the exact conversations we had before. And the location has changed. That's it. So extremely excited. Mitch and I also, every Sunday morning, Dan, we know this would disrupt your DFS and lineup setting, but every Sunday morning, Mitch and I are going to be live on the DD Fantasy YouTube channel with a start sit show. And then we're already going to be preparing for next off season in terms of some content and different things that we'll be providing. Guys, anything else here? Anything I missed? It's exciting.
It's totally exciting. And like for our listeners, like if I don't know if you follow Dynasty Theory going back to super flexology, like I've been along for the ride, and I've just loved working with John and Mitch. And as much as I grind Dynasty and DFS streets and have fun with these guys, the work that they've put into all of our channels and all the content and all the spreadsheets, like they just keep throwing another curveball. Once every like 2 years, it seems now, they're like, hey, Dan, by the way, we've got this next great idea. And, you know, like I just drop my jaw, but I can't even talk now. I'm so excited. But I couldn't trust any two guys more. And for everybody that's followed us along this journey, like every move that we've made throughout the years has been for our listeners to grow the channel. And it's just so strategic, and you just so much more great content coming. So know that I grind a little more behind the scenes. These guys are a little bit more visible, but we're all accessible, and we're going to just provide some great things going ahead. So DD Fantasy it is. Couldn't be more stoked. Mitch, anything else there?
Join up, guys. I mean, check out the brand new DD Fantasy website. It just came online yesterday. I believe, and it is beautiful. Ray and everyone did a great job over there. So join up there, hit the Patreon. I believe it's Patreon at all gas. Do that. Come join the Discord, and let's get back to it.
Yeah, it really is a fantastic community. I would not say this if it was not true. Anybody we've spoken to there, extremely supportive. We've had messages from different folks, you know, saying how excited they are. They've listened to the show. They were excited that we were joining the team, you know, adding new voices. So there's not much more to it, guys. If you enjoy Dynasty Theory, if you enjoy what we've been doing, the content we've been putting out, subscribe over at DD Fantasy. Whether it's the podcast feed. I know not everybody wants to look at our faces, so I understand if you don't want to watch on YouTube, but over at DD Fantasy, I almost said Dynasty Theory, DD Fantasy YouTube, they got the Patreon, the website, they have the war graphs, which I mean, right up my alley. The Trinity tracker, which is like a combination of air yards, target share, yards after catch, and kind of putting a score to it. It's a really nice way to look at a utilization report, essentially, when it comes to wide receivers. And I know Ray and I know Jeremy over at Dynasty Daddy, they're already working on things to add to the website. So come check it out. Hopefully you all migrate over with us. One more thing that just reminded me, don't unsubscribe to the Dynasty Theory YouTube channel. Do not unsubscribe. The guys over at Fantasy Effect, they are taking over. So that Jay, Haller, Ron, guys that we've been spending so much time with on a daily basis in the Discord, but also we got to meet them in Canton. We are extremely excited for the opportunity this presents them. And they have a free Discord. They have a Patreon. I know Jay's been working on some really cool things behind the scenes. So stick around. Do not unsubscribe. They're going to be putting out content each and every week, just the way they have. And I know they're going to be changing things and making it their own. But we're excited about that. So not only the opportunity for us growing our community, but also allowing them the opportunity to have this platform and make it their own. For the last time on the Dynasty Theory YouTube channel, I'm John Bauer. For Mitch Sorensen, Dan Lamagna. We'll catch you later. Have a good one.